Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, to the Stock Market Show. This is your host, Shades. As always, don't forget to hit that like and subscribe button. And if you want to join the Patreon, patreon.com/shades and trades, get in here, $50 a month, and you will be making a lot of money when things return to normal, when we finally start climbing higher and the bear market reverses into a bull market. So don't miss out. Get in here, guys. The community is growing. Everyone's buying the dip, and we're all sitting patiently waiting for the next big cycle up. Do not miss out. Do not be the one kicking yourself because you decided, you know what, I'm just going to sit back and do a whole lot of nothing. That's the worst thing you can do in the bear market, is sit back and do nothing. So join the Discord, patreon.com/shades and trades. Now let's get into the video. Alright guys, in today's video we're going to talk about Rigetti stock. I want you to take note of what happened today. Today's a very important day, and here's why it's a very important day. I want you to just take a deep breath, relax, and I want you to think about what just happened today. The market reacted to Friday's dump. Today, Monday, the market reacted by doing what? It reacted by buying the dip. And from what I read online, the ones buying the dip are retail. People like me and you. They're showing up and buying the dip. And the reason they're showing up and buying the dip, why is there a frenzy right now? Because of this dip? Because it's an opportunity. And people are smarter now in the markets. They recognize, like, wait a minute, this is a bear market. Stocks are just getting cheaper. So I don't want to miss out. I'm not going to miss out. I'm going to buy. If this is at a 30% discount, 50% discount, I'm not going to hesitate. I'm going to go in there. I'm going to accumulate that stock. And then in the next big cycle to the upside, I'm going to make a lot of money. Because the stock market does what over the long term? It just continues to go higher. And that's what you're seeing today. You're seeing a lot of people like me and you showing up and buying the dip. Because nobody wants to be that sucker that did nothing in the bear market and just watched it go lower and never buy the dip because they were scared it's going to go to zero. And there's all this doom and gloom. But today we got to see something very interesting. Rigetti is up over 5%. It's in the green right now. What does that tell me? And what does that tell you? Think about it for a second. What does this mean? It means that when the market reverses, if Rigetti is moving this way in a bear market, what's going to happen in the bull market? What's going to happen when it reverses? If we're getting this kind of movement right now, if people are this excited to buy the dip, can you imagine what's going to happen in the bull run when everyone's super greedy? When prices just continue to go higher and higher? What do you think is going to happen with these quantum computing stocks? I think we're going to go back to highs. It's going to be a while. I'm not saying it's going to happen tomorrow. But this bodes well for Rigetti. The fact that you're saying, please look at your watch list and look at what stocks are green today. Specifically, what stocks are green over 5%. Because that means buyers really love that one. Specifically, Rigetti still maintains a price target of $16. Jim Cramer's calling it a meme stock. They can call it a meme stock. That guy can. I'm not going to say anything mean, but that guy is old and he doesn't know what he's talking about. I don't know what this Jim Cramer guy basically just said. Buy. That's really what he just said. He can call it a meme stock all he wants. And surprise, surprise, you know my strategies. It comes down to the purple line. Surprise, surprise, it touched it and it immediately bounced off of it. So you could have flipped it for sure. I believe this is going to go back to 20 plus. It's going to take time. Too many people that want things to go up really quick. Like this this skyrocketed. This entire move here from November to January, it took months. It took months for it to make that big move. And now it's been months that it's gone down nice and cheap. Guess what? It's going to take months for it to come back up nice and expensive, but you bought it cheap down here, and then you dump it on the suckers that chase. That's all I have to say to you. I think this is very clear-cut case. And even SMCI here is getting a lot of love and attention. Notice which stocks are getting lots of love and attention right now. Those are going to be your money makers in the future. There's so much opportunity here in the markets. And I'm here to tell you, if you're patient, if you're disciplined, if you have the cash, start buying in on Rigetti stock. This is a buy. I officially give it a buy. It's at the purple line. It's a bear market. It's a massive discount from highs. Pat yourself on the back for waiting all this time, because you're not buying at 21 like those suckers that bought up there. There's people with 6-figure accounts who bought a Rigetti, unfortunately, at the top, and they lost 300K plus. They lost a lot of money, because at the end of the day, skills pay the bills in the markets. It doesn't matter if you have 2 million net worth, 5 million net worth. It doesn't matter. If you show up to a boxing gym and you say, "Hey, I got 10 million in the bank," you're still gonna get knocked out. Yeah, and don't go to the hood with that kind of. Don't go to the hood and be like, yeah. Don't show up to a black people boxing gym, and say that. Don't do that, because I've seen people get knocked out. One father brought his 12-year-old son to a boxing gym in a not so nice area, and I was there because I was there to spar with the black people, because you got to spar black people, man. You got to spar with the talent that's out there, or you're just gonna get destroyed. You get good by getting destroyed. That's just how it is with anything, right? And so this dad shows up bragging about how he has so much money and he owns all these companies and tractor trailers or whatever, and they knocked out his son within 10 seconds. So yeah, don't he did not do his son a favor by bragging like that. Skills pay the bills. It don't matter how much money you start with. There's people that have only 10K to trade with, and they're more skilled in the markets than the people with 6 figures. Who stands to make the most? The one that's most skilled. If I had to give my money to someone that has 600K to trade with, or 10K to trade with, but the one with 10K clearly knows what they're doing, versus that one person that's got 600K to trade with and they lose 50% of it, I'm going to believe the one with 10K. I'm going to believe that person, because that person's growing their account, versus, skills pay the bills. That's the point of it. Too many people, they go into the markets for some reason thinking, I have more money, so clearly I'm more skilled. No. You know what? It's not even about skill in terms of, it's really patience. Is patience a skill? I guess nowadays it is, unfortunately. It's a skill to be patient. That's very sad. I thought you would think that would be just the norm. Like, that's just a given. But no, I guess it is I was going to say it's not a skill, but no, it is a skill. Patience is a skill. And if you can learn that, the market's going to reward you, because you buy cheap and then you sell expensive and you dump it on the people that buy at the top, and you make your 100, 300% gains, or 500%, whatever the case may be. That's something interesting that I just realized. Like, I never thought of patience as a skill. I always thought of it as, that's just a given. Like, that's just normal. But I guess it's not. I guess it's something that you have to learn and practice. And the markets, you better be patient, or else you sell too soon when it skyrockets and you miss out on making more. You sell for 10% and then it goes up 300% and you're like, oh, I sold too soon. So you got to be patient both when it skyrockets and when it comes down, and wait for it to get too cheap enough, which is why the purple line is there. There you go, guys. That's it for the video. Those are my thoughts on Rigetti. I like this one. It's a buy.